Tonight, see how WSU is changing spring break with the expectation of online classes.
And a second COVID-related death in Whitman County. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Kylie Gibson.
And I'm Andrew Barline. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
According to Pullman Radio News, the Washington State University Faculty Senate has approved a proposal from the new provost to eliminate next year's spring break and start the spring semester 2 weeks late. The plan calls for the WSU spring semester to start 2 weeks late on Tuesday, January 19th, the day after Martin Luther King holiday. The move will shorten the WSU spring semester by 1 week. WSU administrators say the formal announcement for spring instruction won't be made until Thursday.
Whitman County Public Health reports 27 new COVID cases Friday. Over half of those new patients are 39 or younger. 5 are between 60 to 79, while 6 are over 80 years old. 3 coronavirus patients are currently hospitalized in Whitman County. All other are stable in self-isolation. And Whitman County confirms a new death linked to the coronavirus, a female between the ages of 60 to 79. As outbreaks grow in local long-term care facilities, this remains just the second coronavirus death in the county. Both deaths have occurred this month, with 55 new confirmed cases coming over the weekend. The positivity rate in the county has dropped down to 7%.
Efforts to curb the recent spread of coronavirus at the University of Idaho appear to be working. University of Idaho President Scott Green updated the campus community in an email on Friday. Over 3,000 students were tested this week. Those results will be reported on Monday. Testing will continue next week until all University of Idaho students are retested. Green reports that preliminary results from this week's testing show progress in the slowing in the recent spread of the coronavirus on campus. University of Idaho instructors can hold their online classes until next week. The University of Idaho returned to a mix of in-person classroom and online instruction this fall. 20 new cases of coronavirus were confirmed in Latah County Friday. This brings the total number of coronavirus cases in Latah County to 675 since the pandemic began. No one has died from coronavirus in Latah County. Native American clubs on campus are trying to say goodbye to Columbus Day. Humayun, what exactly are these clubs trying to advocate for?
Well, thanks, Kylie. It's time to say goodbye to Columbus Day and start celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day. That's the message the Native American clubs on campus are advocating. This celebration, also known as Native American Day, is an alternative to this U.S. federal holiday recognizing Christopher Columbus, who is credited with accidentally discovering America and the New World on his expedition in 1492. Indigenous Peoples Day has become an increasingly popular celebration as an alternative to Columbus Day in places like Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and many other cities and college campuses. WSU celebrated this year's Indigenous Peoples Day today with a host of virtual events. The day's events kick off at 12:10 noon with a lecture on the doctrine of discovery, the concept used by European monarchies to justify colonization of areas outside the continent. Hosted by Robert Miller, a professor at the Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law at Arizona State University. Last year, WSU celebrated its second annual Indigenous Peoples Day in Pullman with cultural festivities, including traditional dance and the setup up of a teepee by Native American programs. Some government offices are closed on Monday for Columbus Day. The Latah County Courthouse in Moscow is closed on Monday in observance of both Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day. Reporting live in Pullman, Humayun Khor, Murrow News 8.
Thanks, Humayun. Pullman School District unveils their new plan to get kids back in the classroom. Superintendent Dr. Bob Maxwell announced a 6-phase plan. Phase 1 is the current format, it's online instruction. Phase 2 through 4, however, progressively move students back to in-person, grade by grade, priorities given to the youngest. During Phase 5, in-person extracurricular activities and sports will resume for all students, and by Phase 6, a full return to normal school operations will occur. Whitman County Public Health must change its recommendation to support in-person classrooms for the plan to move forward, and at that mark, it has to be approved by the school board.
Pullman police are investigating a rash of car burglaries that occurred on College Hill. Officers responded to 6 car prowls at apartment complexes in the Terraview Drive area Friday morning. All of the vehicles had a window broken out, purses and wallets were stolen. Leetah County Sheriff's Office search and rescue team found a missing hunter near the Palouse Divide northeast of Harvard earlier this morning. According to Pullman Radio News, the hunter went missing around 9:30 last night. Voluntarily getting exposed to the coronavirus? A study in London needs participants to do just that.
And an extreme weather warning has been issued for Whitman County. Cameron Limes will have that and more with the weather when we come back. Murrow News 8 is going to be back right after this.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
President Trump's Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett gave opening remarks this morning in her confirmation hearing. She concluded her opening remarks pledging, quote, "If I am fortunate enough to be confirmed, I pledge to faithfully and impartially discharge my duties to the American people as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court," end quote. Barrett has long been a top candidate of President Trump's, notably a finalist for the Supreme Court spot awarded to Brett Kavanaugh back in 2018.
According to CNN Health, tens of thousands of people in London have signed up to a campaign by a group called One Day Sooner to take an experimental vaccine candidate and then face coronavirus in a controlled setting.
The Palouse is under a high wind advisory tomorrow evening. Take a look at your screen. You can see the beginnings today across campus. The National Weather Service is predicting sustained winds of around 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 miles per hour until 11 p.m. Pullman Radio reported some are predicting gusts to get up to 60 miles per hour. And certainly plenty of wind this morning, but what else can we expect throughout the rest of the week? Murrow News 8's Cameron Limes has your weather. Cameron?
Thank you so much, Andrew. Appreciate that. So yeah, moving right into today's weather. So we got a high of 57, a low of 43 coming in. Looking real nice. Days are still getting shorter. Look at the wind. Now, that's going to be important in just a second. Moving on to tomorrow's weather, we got some rain blowing in with those high winds. So we have 21-mile-an-hour winds coming in during mid-afternoon. Now, as we move into the evening, we're going to see gusts up to 60 miles an hour. That's the strongest wind we've had all year. Last nearest was 52 miles per hour back in May. So just be ready for that, batten down the hatches. Things are going to get a little bit crazy. Moving on into our statewide here. West side's looking all beautiful, 60 degrees, sunny, looking nice. I'm expecting some rain over there, though. I mean, it's the west side. What do you expect? Down in Yakima, they know what's up, 69 degrees, looking good. Tri-Cities at 72, really going strong out there. Now, let's move over to the east side, 60 degrees in Spokane, 59 in Pullman. Things are really starting to cool down. Let's move into our 5cast here. Now, take a look at this weather pattern right here. You can see that things are starting to get colder as we move along through the week. We're starting to get lows of 39. We have some sunshine coming through for the rest of the week, but with the wind chill factor, I'm expecting that to be some pretty cold, brisk, sunny days. Also, be prepared for snow in the next few weeks. I'm really expecting it, but hey, that's just me. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Cameron.
A dramatic win from CenturyLink, a champion in the NBA bubble, and a record set on the clay. Asher Line has that and more when we return.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments, some that may never repeat,
Come on.
or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern, but it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. I'm Asher Line with your sports. The Seahawks are 5-0 for the first time in franchise history, but it was not easy to get there, edging out a 27-26 win over the Minnesota Vikings, who dropped to 1-4. DK Metcalf was the hero of the game, converting 2 fourth downs on the final drive, including the go-ahead touchdown on 4th and goal on a great pass from Russell Wilson. The Seahawks have a bye this coming week, then travel to Arizona for an NFC West matchup against the Cardinals on the 25th. One of the most memorable NBA seasons ever came to a close last night after LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the iconic shirtless JR got the LA Lakers their 17th championship over the Miami Heat in 6 games with a final score of 106-93. LeBron James poured in a triple-double and won his 4th ring in Finals MVP after doing what he had wanted to accomplish since the bubble started. Get the job done.
Respect. Rob wants his respect. Coach Vogel wants his respect. Our organization wants their respect. Laker Nation wants their respect. And I want my respect too.
It's important to note as well that the bubble ended without a single positive COVID test. The NBA had a plan and they executed about as perfectly as they could have. So congratulations to the league, the Lakers, and the Miami Heat as well for an incredible playoff run. Rafael Nadal won the French Open this weekend, defeating Novak Djokovic in straight sets. Nadal is now 102 all-time at Roland Garros. This marks his 20th major championship trophy. 4 teams are left in the MLB playoffs. The ALCS has the Tampa Bay Rays up 2-0 over the Houston Astros, while Game 1 of the NLCS between the Braves and the Dodgers